right now we are in basically the dead center of France in a little town called Brioude, and we are racing. It's called the Brioude Cup, and it's basically a World Cup at this point. Like, there's so many fast riders here, but it's a warm-up. It's basically just going to be a warm-up race for the World Cup, so sort of shake the rust off and get back into like the racing mindset, because it's been like 5 or 6 months off, and we've come here to do that. The track is really short and it's actually quite simple. It's like one line, but it's always good to do some type of racing, and it's really good to be back together with the team. So we got Crispy and Isabella, and then the entire squad, basically minus Laurent, Loic, and Jack here. Today is practice day number 1. I mean, there's only one practice day, and then tomorrow we do qualifying and a race. But today is going to be first look, or first ride of the track, and try and just get as many runs as possible. The track's only going to be like 1:30, and a lot of the Frenchies already know the track, so they have a bit of an advantage. So I feel like maybe if I do a couple extra runs, I can get a better feel for the track in the short amount of time that I have. Move it, Christopher!
Salut Tommy!
Salut Kevin!
Ça va?
Ça va?
Ça va et toi mon fifo?
You're back at it. Who drives the number 6 in NASCAR? If it's Kyle Busch, I'm gonna be pissed off. Ryan Newman, don't know who he is, don't care.
I ain't been up on the block in a minute. I been missing out the walk with the minute. I been building up the blocks like a minute. Elliot got water dripping out the city. Oh my God, boy he got his Glock. Oh my God, boy that boy on top. Sipping raw, make my heart stop. All these hoes, yeah my love my thigh. Yo, I let her go, put her on roll, put that on payroll, put that hoe on go. Yeah, she like to go, hey. Yeah, she love the pole, hey. Leave that dick slow, hey. Like a snow cone, hey. Yo, get that bag, hey. Show 'em how to ball, hey. I'm in the mall, hey. Yeah, I'm sitting tall, ooh. Look like yeah, I mean, ooh. Chinese high low, hey. All these hoes know, hey. Cardi out the road, hey. Give me a minute, yeah, I need a minute, hey. I'm a minute, I'm in a minute, hey. I'm gonna take, hey.
Track is so sick.
Yeah, it looks fun, eh?
It's really fun. I'm just waiting for Isabella, because I'm going to tow her into the jumps.
Cool.
She did the step down behind me earlier, and now she wants to do the triple. Is that Danny Hart? No. That's a compliment. Dude, it's good. That was so sick. What? That was dope. It's like getting a bit rougher, but the track's fast. Yeah. The jumps are good? Yeah. If you doubled it before, the triple is not much different. Good? Yeah.
Hop, wait, stop un peu.
The back wheel, I think, is losing. I roosted some air.
Okay.
And the wheel, yeah. And the wheel, like, it didn't feel as good. I think the bike needs to be faster. To be honest, Kevin. Okay. The bike needs to, I think that time in a few spots I hit the limit. I was like, what the f? The bike just felt too easy. Did that?
Okay. I will do it at the house.
We try tomorrow, we just see. This setting is really good, but in a few spots I was just like, I feel like I'd almost want more, so I could generating speed. I fell over, but I just like came into a corner and I just pushed. It was my problem. I just was like, ah! I just pushed too much and just like oversteered. But everywhere else, it's just like good. And when that run, I was just felt smooth after that, and it felt like the bike was really easy. So maybe we go harder.
Ok, ça marche. Great. That was perfect. That was awesome. The day was, you know?
You give it to my boy.
We did 4 runs. We kind of have a good setup, so pretty happy. I saw my boy on track. Looks pretty insane. So it's cool.
Today was pretty cool because we got to ride the track in the morning after the B practice, and then again in the afternoon after the B practice again. So you kind of got to see like the two sides of the track. You really got to see like the beginning, how it was really, when it was really fresh and like really good, and then how fast it like deteriorated this afternoon. I think there's like 300 racers, and I did 8 laps today. So it's like the turnaround's really fast and the track's really fast, and I feel like in the afternoon, like because the track's so short and like relatively not hard, you can just do a lot of laps and get up to speed really fast. So this afternoon was basically just focused on doing full runs and going really fast. And I feel like I did a pretty good job of that. And then on the last run, I was going to do like a race run, but my head wasn't really in it, and I fell over in the first corner, or the second corner. And so I just sort of looked at some lines and cruised to the bottom, and I feel good for tomorrow.
Just warming up still.
The adjustment on pad. So if you say that your disc is rubbing, you're f***ing idiot.
Alright.
Take a big bite. Ouais, ça va, ça va. We're getting ready for quali. Brioude World Cup number 0.
Where's the key? Nick?
Nico at the top.
Goodbye. I was like, fuck, you have to, when you like really think about it, you have to pedal way more than you think. There's like 6 spots where in practice I was like, I'm not gonna pedal here. And I was like, oh shit, I'm pedaling here.
How was it?
That's good. It's like way harder than you think it's gonna be, because there's like way more little pedal sections, and even though it's like only like a minute 30, it's like this, like it's like a sprint the whole way to the bottom. So it's pretty full on. I think fastest. I'm not 100% sure. The time hasn't updated, but 1, 2, or 3, so that's good. I'm gonna go spin, eat lunch, and then we go for finals.
Avec un bon poulet.
What do you mean? You look great. Look how happy you are.
Chris, how's the food?
Oh, it's good. Chasing that neon rainbow, chasing that honky-tonk dream.
What's going on?
It's f***ing raining. So I just went back to the house, had a little nap before finals, and we're just driving back to town, driving back to the race, and it's raining. It's like raining quite a lot. I mean, the track's really dry. I don't know how the wind, like I don't know how it's gonna react with the rain, but if anybody's already done a good time, you know, it's gonna be unfair a little bit. It's not the best way to start the race season, but at least it's not the World Cup. So let's just hope the track holds pretty well in this kind of weather. And if it doesn't, there's still some good things to take away. Wow, it's like hurricane winds over here. Still some good things to take away from this weekend, and we'll just go up and see if we can put one down in the rain. I'm so prepared, it's so sick. Okay, bye. Yeah, so we're just driving home from Brioude back to Kevin's house. it was a really good weekend overall. I feel like we sort of got all the things out of it that we wanted. I'm stoked to have had the fastest time in qualifying, but in the race, I'm not super happy with. I wouldn't say I'm super happy with how things went. Fourth is all right, but it was a really close race, especially with the rain. I was just a little bit upset after that race because in the start hut something happened and I was a little bit thrown off, and it was just like a language thing. She said something in French and I didn't know if I could go, and then normally when I go I like stand up and then I drop in, and there was like a bit of a miscommunication. I sat down because I thought I had to wait another time interval, and she was like, go, 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 and I was like, kind of panicked and freaked out. It was like a bit of a weird I've never had it happen before, so it was kind of weird. A little bit frustrating, but these things happen, and I'm glad it just didn't happen at the World Cup. So I feel like we're in a good place for that, and we're on pace, and I'm excited to get back out there and do some more racing, because this sort of gives me a little bit more energy and excitement for racing. So
Cardi B and Pippin, Cardi B and kick shit, Lynn, yo, give me a minute, P, I need a minute, Cardi walk again, Cardi make it hit, we gon'